Hello there, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff happening in the Vtuber world. And today we talk about Vshojo, as well as multiple Bao the Whale shenanigans. We begin with Vshojo, out with the old, in with the new, as they start the rollout for their new in-house merchandising system. Vshojo explains the reason for their new changes, saying over the past year, the vendor who operated our Vshojo merch store failed to meet expectations, leading to significant issues that impacted our community and talent. The vendor failed to fulfill orders in a timely manner and left thousands of orders completely unfulfilled for months. As a result, we have terminated our contract with them and have taken the necessary steps to improve our handling of merch sales moving forward. We are also exploring legal remedies since their negligence is unacceptable and has impacted fans, talent, and our brand. We also wanted to give a shout out to Fourth Wall for providing stellar interim support leading up to our current approach to merchandise, detailed as follows. The new in-house merchandising system at Vshojo aims to provide the following: faster shipping, with Vshojo overseeing manufacturing and fulfillment. With this, we have significantly reduced delays. Better support, our internal team now manages all tickets for quicker, more accurate responses. Improved quality, we have taken direct control to ensure our merch meets our high standards. The Vshojo merchandising situation has been frustrating with fans, but usually it's taken a back seat since fans are more than willing to wait for at least up to a year just to receive the merchandise they want. And this doesn't just apply to Vshojo, it applies to other VTuber agencies as well, because VTuber merchandise has a history of shipping really late, and logistics is really hard to do right. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Vshojo has merchandise problems because their vendor, the people responsible for fulfilling orders in a timely manner, actually fail to do their jobs properly. And that's why Vshojo is taking charge. When you talk about merchandise errors and problems with merchandise and scams like this one, it reminds you of Bao the Whale, since she was scammed for tens of thousands of dollars, not once, but twice, by different people. Brands were also scammed, and this included the very popular voice actor Ali as well. So it's not surprising to see Bao the Whale giving her thoughts on the situation, saying, "You guys too, huh?" Bao the Whale also took some time to explain her frustrations towards people not handling her merchandise properly, saying, "Merch vendors, don't be a huge piece of shit and hold VTubers and their entire community's time and money hostage for years challenge," retweeting the Vshojo announcement. Bao would also take some time to type up this very long essay, which we'll go through in a moment. Wow, she hates people who mess up her merchandise. Bao saying, "It's so many other VTubers, more than the ones you know off the top of your head. Some are so burnt out from looking for solutions they forfeit the debt they're owed because the merch company can just declare bankruptcy. Since these companies are broke and out of money, there's no reason to pursue them in court if the solution doesn't exist. Think about being stuck in a never-ending court case for a year, maybe more than a year. Your content will suffer, then your mental, then your life. That's just the reality for a lot of us. Justice is expensive and a luxury we don't have because we're not a multi-million-dollar company. We're just one VTuber." Bao continues saying, "You can clown on me all you want for being scammed all the time. Yes, I've done this as well. But the truth is that I was just the loudest when someone treated me and my peers as money bags and refused to let anyone get away with it. You don't know how scary it is to have cease and desist letters showing up to your house and horrible threatening emails show up routinely to your inbox. I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be public with their suffering, especially when it invites the worst people on the internet to be suddenly an expert in business and law. Most people just want to heal and move on." Bao continues, saying, "I've been called everything under the sun, but remember that no one stays into a burning building willingly. Do you smell the smoke and feel a hot doorknob, or do you see the fire first? The people who scammed us weren't bungling idiots. They understood the industry and even fooled veterans and companies who were in it for decades. There's no way a regular VTuber, or anyone for that matter, would have ever known. It's so fucking fucked up how unregulated business is in the VTuber industry. Anyone can be a VTuber manager, anyone can be a VTuber animation studio. When a niche becomes lucrative, everyone wants a piece, and the easiest targets are a brand new budding VTuber who doesn't understand their brand power. You think 100 people isn't a lot when you're starting out, but you're wrong. Think about how much money you could earn selling a $30 plush But oh wait, you can add a $15 sticker set. Everyone wants to support the underdog, and that makes you lucrative, especially during debuts and special events. And if you don't know how you can handle all this without help, suddenly everyone's a VTuber manager, except they charge you $1,000 a month to answer emails and not actually for finding you opportunities or sponsorships, or even know how to run a YouTube channel. These people will barely know how to keep a channel afloat, and regardless, they will be in 20 plus VTubers DMs to help manage them. Scams in the VTuber industry are rampant and everywhere, and the less you talk about them, the more people will just fall victim to it. Everyone needs to speak up because so many times so many people are afraid. You should never be afraid to stand up for yourself, ever. And for everyone asking me, Bao, why don't you just get a manager? It was my manager who scammed me, lol. I'm never trusting anyone ever again. Oh, that's a mouthful. And we have Shy Lily in the comments providing support saying, my Pookie is so strong. Bao the Whale replying, only because you are by my side. And now we have Darling Straub. I believe this is Rev Says Desu's wife, I think. He's also a VTuber, saying, I understand what you mean 100%, and that's a huge reason I have never tried to look into getting a manager or anything. I just don't trust anyone enough to handle my things besides me. I honestly have enough faith in myself to do well. I might never make it big, but I really don't mind that either. I'm honestly content where I am right now, on my own terms. With Bao responding, saying the idea of success gets more and more warped the more competitive and ambitious you get. 99% of people never even get to the point having a community, let alone being able to fund their livelihoods just off their passions. Once I saw what it looked like at the tippy top, how miserable and bleak it can get, how people completely lose that spark they had, I realized just how good I have it, exactly where I am. We now have Straub saying, I have had people tell me that I'll never make it because of XYZ, and honestly I felt like I already made it. Of course some people might say that's cope, but the truth is I have everything I need, and I'm so lucky to have what I do have. I grew up on food stamps and shopping at discount stores or Goodwill. Nothing wrong with that, of course, I still love Goodwill, but the point is I didn't have a choice. Now I have so much more than I ever dreamed, all because of being a content creator. Feels like I'm dreaming sometimes. Plus, if I'm being honest, I don't plan on doing this full time too much longer. Wait, really? Probably another couple years because I want to have a family, and when I do, that will be my priority, but for now this is very fun to do, full time, and I'm grateful to be able to pay my bills and save for my future with my content. Moving on, we have Bao the Whale doubling down on her comments to never get a manager ever again. Bao saying, I'll never get a manager again, no personal assistant, no nothing. Once I started seeing everything as just a business, it became a lot easier. Rainy from White Tiger ENV asked, so if you have a minute, I gotta ask, is there any point to really having a manager? Is it ever worth it? I'm just gonna say no. But let's see what Bao thinks. Be your own manager for at least a year to understand what it takes to be a good one before seeking one out. Joining a company or agency will not solve your problems. The only thing they do is bring you sponsorships, brand deals, and brand power. Everything else is still your responsibility. I also wouldn't get a manager if you have yet to break even on content costs. Moving on, we are talking about something completely different, but still related to Bao. As a lot of you remember, after Bao got scammed by a certain company, I think the company name was Copium Merch. Maybe I'm remembering wrong or incorrectly, but I think there was a company called Copium Merch that scammed Bao for thousands of dollars. I think this was the second time. And after that, right, there were a lot of orders, a lot of things that had to be sorted out after the scam company shut down. So what Bao and a bunch of other VTubers did, because she was scammed alongside other VTubers, I think Yuzu and Amelie was also scammed. What happened was she transferred the responsibility of sorting out all the problems to another company called Vite Ramen, which is pretty respectable, and I think they were the ones who asked to take on the responsibility, and they are still a respectable brand, but they have encountered some problems because there's just so many orders and logistics is a pain to deal with. And despite all the efforts Vite Ramen has made and all the responsibilities they have taken, they have still not sorted out all the problems since the problems are so complex. And so they are encountering some problems, and so they need someone else to take care of the mess. That was like a remnant of the time when Bao got scammed. And so Bao is trying to take more responsibility in this. saying as of the 26th of November 2024, I have been in the process of transferring all merch fulfillment from Vite Ramen over to Gamersubs. Kindly offer to help me at no additional expense. I hope to finish the transition as soon as possible. That is all I will say on the matter, and I must shamelessly ask that my community wait just a bit longer. I wish him and his team the best. Now, before you get mad at Vite Ramen, just take a look at what he has had to deal with. We have Vite Ramen saying, "Hi, Tim here with holiday updates. I'd like to give general updates about the current order and the customer service. We understand it's holiday season, and so people are trying to get orders before Christmas and New Year's and stuff, so read on if you have questions. I made a post about customer service before, but we deleted that post as it told the story of someone who did not want her story out forever. I will, however, post another relevant section. You see, something that happened that some of you guys might know of, but others might not be, depending on how much you like VTubers, that we had stepped in to help with the catastrophic consequences of another company's meltdown. There were many customers who had paid but had never gotten their orders. Yeah, we covered this as well on our channel. And the previous company was bankrupt and out of money to send anything. This was something that didn't sit right with us, so we stepped in, took the inventory into our own hands, and from our own pockets began to fulfill the orders that needed it. The initial wave was good. Thousands upon thousands of orders were completed, ouch, our bank account, in just a few days. And many things were delivered, but as we dug more and found more orders, the more overwhelming and complex things became. The fulfillment company that this other company had used before had also messed up a lot of things in even greater ways, leaving us to have to hunt down records for hours sometimes to fulfill a single order. And now some of those customers of the previous turned their eye onto us instead. We had no obligation to do this. These were not our orders, this was not our company, and we had no direct partnerships with these VTubers we were helping. We did it because we believed it was the right thing to do. I understand where the frustrations come from. Someone offers to help, but they are not able to do it perfectly. The problem isn't fully solved. Some people's orders are still missing things, but for us, who have sacrificed close to $100,000, why would you do that? You guys want to help way too much. And I guess it's coming from a good place, but Jesus Christ, $100,000 on fulfilling orders and you're not even getting any profit. That is some level of commitment. I would never do that. But anyway, but for us who have sacrificed close to $100,000 and thousands of hours of labor hours to help, it was immensely frustrating to be treated so poorly by people who weren't even our customers, but the ones of the other company, people who were just trying to help. More and more orders also came out of nowhere, putting strain on the infrastructure we built for Vite, and now pressured by the weight of all these orders, the initial estimates we'd been given for what we'd need to do were off, not just by a little, but by orders of magnitude. We hired more customer service staff just to help deal with all this, something that made us no money, something that we asked for, no recompense or promotion or anything for. In short, yes, the unkind words of many people have caused incredibly high turnover in our customer service positions, especially during times when seasonal depression is at an all-time high. It is not easy to see those things every day, and we have many who have quit due to mental health, and yes, we are currently understaffed when it comes to customer service right now because of this. We are currently looking at automatic filtering systems to make this easier so people are able to mentally prepare before tackling the worst ones, instead of needing to be prepared for it all the time. Contrary to a few angry people, yes, we are in fact working customer service. We are trying to get the tickets quickly as we can. Other members of Vite are also working on customer service tickets when time allows, but the holiday season is a busy one. We are stuck between a rock and a hard place with hiring as well. We cannot hire customer service quickly and easily. We work with VTubers and have a much stricter protocol when it comes to privacy. That means to some extent, being related to VTubers at all will disqualify people for the position, as it is incredibly difficult to guarantee that kind of privacy. So if you can't hire customer service quickly, then what's the choices left to us? Work even harder and work even more overtime, I guess. I will not be taking any time off until all customer service is solved and orders are out, and will be working 16 hours a day minimum. My team will also be doing some overtime, but I cannot in good conscience push them too much while still maintaining the belief of being people over profit. My personal goal is to be able to clear everything in the next 2 weeks. Please remember that spamming more customer service tickets will not help your problem to be solved even faster. We are dealing with tickets on a first come first served basis, and more tickets slow down the process for everyone involved. Below are the updates for specific situations that we've received the most questions about. For international orders, Vite or Onimart, we are aware of the processing issues from old orders that were not imported correctly into the new system and are trying to get them through. Some international orders are currently stalling from consolidation, which is where our international shipping partner takes packages bound for the same country and moves them together in one big batch for shipping. We're working with our international shipping partner to figure out what's going on. Some orders seem to have managed to get through while others have not. We are working with them to figure out what's causing this in the system. It may be as simple as their systems being overwhelmed by holiday loads and other shipments, with larger companies getting priority over ours, but we are not entirely sure. We are looking into using older systems for shipping internationally, but those sometimes don't deal with customs and duties well, which results in similar frustrations for packages being returned or surprise duties and fees at customs, which is why we swapped to the new one to begin with. We are hoping to have an answer or resolution sometime next week. All Zentrea orders circuit breaker arrived at our warehouse on Friday. We sent out some update emails before, but as we understand, emails have not been reaching people very well as of late, so TLDR for anyone who didn't receive the update emails, or that the manufacturer had delays on handle production and refining the process on it. We are performing our own checks on it and then packaging everything together, and then circuit breaker and Zentrea's spicy tonkatsu ramen will be going out. Please note that due to holiday shipping, things may take a while to go out completely. Regarding orders for Bao and Vshojo, we've done all we can to help, and all items and inventory have been transferred to other generous parties who will be able to provide assistance. Specific updates below. This is the GamerSubs version. Also for Bao orders, we are currently transferring inventory to GamerSubs, who will be handling Bao's orders moving forwards. For Amali's orders, inventory has been transferred, and the new support email is support@enli.com for Vshojo's orders. Please contact merch@Vshojo for all other inquiries. We are getting to them as quickly as we can, with my aforementioned personal push on customer service to get tickets through. Thank you for your patience. We're doing what we can to improve in the future as well. Part of this involves restructuring how we are approaching tickets, building out new order status pages, and seeing if we can incorporate custom code into customer profiles with auto updates, so that updates will be seen whether or not emails go through, or social seen, and other improvements as well. I will also be on the live chat streams throughout the weeks to handle specific orders that don't seem to be getting through to our email for whatever reason, as that is also a potential email deliverability issues that can be causing problems. Sincerely, Tim. Oh my god, they just want to help, and look at all the problems they have to deal with. $100,000 in losses because they wanted help. Jesus. I think he's just too nice. Moving on, we have our final subject of the day. Matara Khan from Vshojo, who's announcing that the art contest will no longer proceed. With Matara Khan saying, "Hi Momos and Vshojo fans, I wanted to give you all an update on the Matara Khan X Vshojo art contest. It is with great sadness that I must announce that I will no longer be going ahead with the planned art contest. I went into this with far too much eagerness and not enough planningness. Thus, I ended up with the outline of a contest that upset a lot of our fans and entrants. This art contest was a great lesson for me. I would like to thank the many artists who reached out to educate me. Thank you all so much for your genuine interest, and most importantly, your genuine advice on what I can do to improve for the next time I hold a fan contest. I have taken it all to heart. Lastly, I apologize for taking so long to address this. I wrote and rewrote this a million times and it never felt perfect. Never felt like my response would be enough for this. The longer I took, the worse I felt, feeling that I'll be upsetting even more people by not going through with the contest. So with that, I just want to apologize again. From the bottom of my heart, I will do better next time." That was Matara Khan saying thank you for all the love and support from all her lovely momos. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. This is Harry Nebula signing out.